Alrighty, so now we're going to get into my favorite part of the podcast. It's a lot going on. Is the mini hip hop universe. So we are in the wonderful mini hip hop museum, and we like to talk hip hop. We like to discuss it. We like to come up with different scenarios and just get the people going. So today we are going to ask the question of what if Tupac signed a Bad Boy? What would what would have happened? What wouldn't happen? How would it be? Let's get some opinions.
Oh, okay. And him and Big was still cool, right? Mm-hmm. They had to be if he was gonna be on Bad Boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit.
I mean, it's your scenario, so like you can
right.
You can flip it. And
all right. Well, yeah. In my scenario, Pac and Big are cool. They're gonna do. The commission is gonna have Big, Jay-Z, and Pac and Puff and Kim. I think. Foxy Brown, who was in the commission?
The commission was originally Charlie Baltimore, Biggie,
all right,
under the Puffy and Lil C's.
Right, so Big, Puff, Jay, Pac is in the commission. That album comes out, goes diamond. The West Coast takes a big hit with their sound because Pac is now going to be on East Coast production.
Oh.
And Dr. Dre probably would have, well, he was already, he had a down period when Pac was out until like 99. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that would have hurt the West Coast a little bit. And Bad Boy would have been like the biggest record label ever, if it ain't already, with Pac and Big.
Would it have been a bump? Would they still would have bumped heads even if they was label mates? Would it still would have been some type of? Because who would
have been the alpha male?
Would have put them against each other still because they're such great elite artists on the same label? Would we still want to pick one, or will we?
Damn. Oh yeah, they probably would have bumped heads because they both would have been going for that crown. Mm-hmm. That would have been interesting. Oh my God.
I personally,
they would have bumped heads for sure.
I think Pac on Bad Boy would not have lasted very long. I don't see Pac and Puff, like I don't see those personalities mixing together.
I didn't even think about that.
I think Pac was like, despite the wild image that he portrayed, Pac was a revolutionary. I learned a lot about him like a couple months ago when I was doing research for a project that we had to do.
Oh yeah.
And I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff too, and just knowing like, I'm not gonna act like I know Puff or anything like that, but I don't like that nigga. I don't like how he is. I love his music, I love his era, all of that, much respect, but he just seemed real. I don't. I just be saying, and you on every fucking track, like, Pac not trying to get up my songs. What's going on here? Nigga, you not hopping on my shit going on, yeah. I can't hear it. I see it. I see it, like, I see them in my world. Pac wants to try it because Bad Boy is the hot shit in 95, 90s. Like, that's what's going on in the world. He wants to try it because his man Big is there. Like, they haven't bumped heads yet. I really think that Big and Puffy were eventually going to have the same problem because I really like just shiny suit. Puff didn't come around until after Big was gone. Like then Puff did a shiny suit. So Big was still on like gangster vibes kind of, and then Puff came out like, oh yeah, we about to. I really don't see Big or like I don't really see them going in that same direction that Puff took Bad Boy after Big died. So
do you think Puff would have given like a different type of sound to Tupac that would like, do you think he could have worked with him to give us a different type of sound or type of music, like, because he's a good producer?
It would have definitely been, I think, with Pac's like his roots and his background and the different types of stuff that he was into as far as revolutionary, like he had a lot of, I think he would have had a lot of input and help with Diddy putting together a sound. I think they probably would have created a sound that was specific to Pac. Just the way, again, I was watching documentaries and YouTube footage, and just the way that Pac was riding beats. Like I saw footage of him in the studio and he would be going off. I could see, much respect to Puffy as a producer and all of that he does, but just I just don't like how Diddy.
Yeah,
you feel like
We get
he
it.
was just like, and I don't see that working well with Pop.
You're right. I agree.
Hmm.
I agree.
I kind of disagree
Thoughts?
with that. I think with Puff, I think he made him being the way he is. I think that made that whole bad boy era pop off like it did, because the way he was, it put them to the forefront. And he was he's a great producer.
Yeah.
He's one of the best ever.
I love
I
it.
think
Bad
if he
Boy,
would've
that
got
whole
with
era
Pop-
is one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
eras in
Oh,
music,
yeah,
like
yeah,
of
for sure.
all the music out. Bad Boy, I love that
Yeah.
whole time frame.
I think if Puff got with Pac, being that he was such a great producer, they would have made some classics. Would they have bumped heads? Probably, because every record label
Yeah,
has
I think
issues.
eventually
They all
got
break
that.
up.
They would have definitely put out some hot shit.
Yeah,
Would it have been a
just-
long run? It would have been a cool run. Like would it? Who would have had the
Probably been
best?
10 years.
Who would have had the best? If we keep going with how he was with Biggie, and then we envision how he would have been with Pac, who would have had the best quality? I guess it's hard to answer that.
Who had the longest career?
Who would have had the best longevity, the best career, the best like
In terms of him and Biggie, or
him, Biggie or Pac? Who?
Big.
Big,
You think so?
I think so.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm gonna just give my scenario, and then we can kind of judge it based off of that. I feel like mine is like a storyline, kind of. I just put the shit together.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if Tupac signed with them in '95, all right, Puffy bails him out. He released a single produced by the Hitman. The B side of that is a diss track aimed at Nas, Wu-Tang, J. Rue the Damager, because they was all going at Bad Boy at the time.
Okay. Okay.
J. Rue was dissing Bad Boy, Ghost and Ray, Biggie
Diss
for
Biggie.
copying off of Nas,
Yeah.
and then Nas and Biggie had like a little undercover thing. So he bridges the gap between Puff and Suge, which leads to Bad Boy and Death Row collaborations.
Okay.
Biggie and so that like Biggie and Dr. Dre production, Snoop and Biggie do a couple songs together. That never happened. So after Tupac releases his Bad Boy album, him and Biggie release a double album together.
Wow.
Co-
That shit would have been
Co-starring the Outlaws and Junior Mafia.
Whoa. Oh.
Then
I had to see. Goddamn.
Wow. That's wow.
Tupac,
Okay.
crazy.
Tupac
Yeah.
puts together his label, Thug Life Records, signs his own artists aside from the Outlaws. He takes on more roles in acting. He was supposed to be a baby boy. He was supposed to be in other shit. So yeah, we get
Damn.
more movies
Yeah,
from
that
him.
would've been dope.
Biggie makes the Commission album happen, like you said, and Lil' Kim is jealous of Charlie Baltimore being in it. She gets involved with Suge Knight and helps
shit.
to establish.
Oh my goodness. You are
Yes.
Look at that movie.
wow. Like what? I'm listening.
So like yeah,
Damn.
Right?
So she helps to establish Death Row East with Craig Mack. So Craig Mack is never a bad boy. Like he, Biggie retires after album number 3 to become an executive. Jay is his artist. AZ is the rapper who releases Reasonable Doubt and helps Damon Big start Roc-A-Fella.
Shit.
Do what you want with that information.
Okay, parallel
All right.
universe.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
That was a great take.
There you go. Yeah. I mean,
Now it just makes me sad that they weren't able to see exactly what they could have become,
I don't think like that's great. Like that was really like yes. I don't think that two heavy hitters could be on a label and last long and be like consistent and great within themselves for long.
Has
I
it ever
can't.
happened?
I can't. That's what I was about to. My next question was
Drake and
name a
Wayne?
label. That was different. That's a protege and a mentor. It's a different dynamic.
Okay.
It's not two people trying to be the king. You got two greats right here. The people are positioning them as greats on the same label.
You
It
said
won't.
if Biggie was if Jay-Z was Biggie artist, that's what you're saying?
No, I'm just
saying
talking
Pac
about.
and Biggie.
I'm just talking about from the beginning, just Pac and Biggie with all these, like you said, the success
Both on
and
Bad Boy together.
the albums. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Because they're so.
We had Jay-Z and Kanye West though. And
It's a protege, not a protege mentor. It's a levels thing. These are parallel. What's
possibly.
another?
It depends.
Pac and Snoop was on Death Row, but
Snoop was there first, but
But they so different that they weren't put against each
Pac
other
and
as
Biggie is
great.
different as shit. Like they only compare because of the beef. So
Yeah.
it's two different.
I don't
lanes.
think so.
Right.
I don't think it's because of the beef. I think if we would have kept going, if they would have been alive, they always would have been compared because of the coast. You have East, you have West. They were the heavy hitters.
But people only consider Pac West Coast because he went to Death Row. Like he was born in Oakland, but a lot of his early shit was like New York influence. So
Yeah, he was rapping over New York
That's
beats.
true.
Yeah, Easy Mo B did a lot of his beats.
That's
he
true.
did some stuff on Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Would his music would have been the same if he would have stayed? If we would have played out this scenario?
Lots of a little bit. So he was already rapping on New York shit, like so. Puffy just would have polished it up.
Yeah.
Magic.
It was dope.
Maybe Pac wouldn't have like that, like Z said. So shit could go different ways.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's no heavyweights that's ever been on no label.
You can't. I feel like you can't do that because labels won't even allow that to happen because you have to have the heavyweight of the label that's like the Sony has Beyonce.
But Kanye did become a heavyweight. Like they the only two that lasted from Roc-A-Fella, and they the biggest fucking rappers.
This is
They
true.
are billionaires. Like
Yeah.
these niggas both came from Roc-A-Fella.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
crazy.
you're right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
But
Well-
they also don't like each other now.
True. Well,
Well,
they.
they supposed to.
Yeah, because they
Right.
just linked up. What was that? We seen them somewhere. Somebody did it. Somebody. I can't even think. It was somebody where we saw them. Didn't we? Together?
No, they cool, but Kanye said it on the Drink Champs, like and they just did a
Maybe
song
that
for
was that.
Donda.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
That's right. So,
Right. That's
Jay
what it
Lo.
was. That's what it was. I was like, I
Jay
know
Lo
we saw
down
them
there.
together something, but yes, it was a song. All right, well,
Damn, dude.
there we go.
Yeah.
Well, this has been the first episode of.
Mini Hip Hop Universe, but this gonna be separate from. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so this has been the first episode of the Mini Hip Hop Universe.
it's a spinoff of It's a Lot Going
A
On.
spinoff of It's a Lot Going On. So that's it. That's what we got for y'all today. Hope
Yeah.
y'all enjoy, and we will see you
Oh,
again on the next
We
episode.
gotta do a rest in peace to we lost a
Oh
hip hop
yes, we do.
artist this week. So
Yes.
rest in peace to Young Dolph, and
Definitely.
peace and blessings to his family.
Yeah. And I don't, when it's so fresh like that, I don't like to talk too deep into it because there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff coming out on the internet now about it's inside and everything like that. Because the car was found at the family. I don't.
Oh yikes! I didn't know about that.
Yep. So we'll just give our condolences. and-
Absolutely.
yeah. All right.
All right.
We out.
Wow.
That's a lot of shit to wrap your head around right there. Okay.
AZ, reasonable doubt.
Z steps up. So
That disgusts me. Ew.
The idea of that don't sound right.
Right.
Don't sound right.
I'm having suicidal thoughts in the court.
I don't think AZ has the smooth necessary to pull off a reasonable doubt alone. Like,
I mean,
lyrically, yeah,
but-
you don't have. You don't
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, what if AZ is the Jay-Z of this time?
Right, like, what if with Dame Dash behind him, we could have seen a AZ get pushed to the forefront and change everything.
maybe he gets a better push. Yeah.
He gets a better push, but I don't think he gets.
But maybe it
He doesn't go far.
He doesn't get pushed to the moon, as niggas say in wrestling.
I got
Like,
you. Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
It's not make AZ look strong. It's not that kind of
He gets
thing.
pushed to like maybe a different continent, and like,
So reasonable
that's
doubt is
it.
not a classic.
Like, yeah, it's not.
How
a
can it
classic.
be? Has AZ ever made a classic?
This
No.
is different.
Some
this is a
people
different
would
time.
say
This is a different.
It's a different
Joe
time, but, like,
dies.
you
I don't
still-
personally feel that way, but
Yeah, if you still
There's
incorporate
people who
like
said it,
how they
like
can
somebody
rap
said
or
it.
what their abilities are, again, AZ's a great rapper. I feel as though his versatility is lacking, and that's always been big.
But with a different team, you don't think that would be different? Like skill wise,
I mean, if
he
you look at
is
it,
what he is skill wise. With a
Right.
different team, you don't.
and on
think
top of that, he did make a hit. So
if you look at everybody that's not named Jay-Z that was on Roc-A-Fella, where does Dame Dash's influence as far as versatility come in and pushing these people beyond maybe Beanie Siegel, everybody else? How does AZ avoid becoming?
Chris and Lil Neefy?
wait, you gonna say Memphis Bleak? No, I can't go that far. I can't go that far.
That was too disrespectful to AZ, nigga. PD Crack is one of the worst rappers ever.
So Lil Kim on Death Row. Is she sexy or is she?
No, I think
they still push that.
they would have pushed the sexiness, but
Yeah.
I think Suge would have let her take the gloves off, and we'd have heard like the most rawest gangster. Oh man, can you imagine her on California Love?
That'd be kind of hard.
That would be kind of fire.
That's hard. I need
Like gangster Little Kim on California Love. Oh my God, does Little Kim get the Hail Mary instrumental?
Maybe.
That would have been too hard. I see certain things like that. I just don't feel like we was ever gonna be ready for.
Yo, that would
I
be
just feel like we
crazy.
wouldn't have been ready for that.
That would have been crazy.
That
That
would
was
been kind of
before
slick.
our
Though.
time. Like that would have been way, but like that would have been beyond our time.
I'm still highly fascinated in what Biggie, because the idea of rappers retiring is a myth. Rappers don't fucking retire.
Right.
Yeah.
The ones that are good and who really care, they don't fucking retire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What does this hip hop look like for people like Pat Poose or Cassidy?
Pretty much the same.
Damn, they go nowhere.
They probably just still sitting where they at.
It looks the same, honestly. Because again, it's not Big and Pac staying alive doesn't remove these niggas' biggest drawbacks, which is lack of versatility and adaptability. Again, Papoose is still one of the nastiest niggas to put words together, rhyme words, make raps. But
There was lots of those.
it's a lot.
Exactly.
There's a nigga up the street right now that can probably rap like Papoose. We don't even know who the fuck he is.
It's a nigga in
Russ
this room
down.
right now.
Like,
Right?
so legitimately, legitimately, you know, these niggas don't gain anything unless for some reason I don't see. Dare I say, I don't see maybe Pac, but I don't see Big dying.
Are you gonna die?
Ready to die.
Some blasphemous shit.
No, I don't see
Wow.
Biggie inspiring these niggas to change their adaptability or really change how they structure songs or versatility and things. Because if what they had didn't do it, and if Jay of all people didn't do it, then who does it?
So let's say
Because Cassidy he gave some good tries
Good tries.
at
So
being
let's
that
say,
guy,
like,
but it wasn't for him.
Tupac's Thug Life is what Roc-A-Fella and was like. He signs Papoose and like he builds the Roc-A-Fella. Oh,
I don't even see that.
Maybe
Like,
Beanie Sigel has
I
more of
don't
a
see that.
career in a Thug Life type of record label.
Beanie Siegel on Tupac's.
Yeah, that
I think he would have still.
that Beanie Sigel might have more of a career.
Facts.
Like
I agree. Yeah.
that would be interesting. And Beanie Siegel be like how we. Yeah, right. He'd be like how we hold Jada Kiss. You know, like they basically was at the same time, same type nigga,
Yeah.
but we have this so there's so much more respect
will
we
be
have for
getting-
Jada Kiss right now.
We will be getting Beanie Siegel features on the Pusha T.
These niggas funny as shit.